Earnhardt Jr.'s 2008 destination has finally been revealed. Hi, and welcome to the BF Goodrich NASCAR Report. I'm Amber Wilson for CBS SportsLine. And all the attention this week is being placed on Junior in North Carolina, but there was a race last weekend at Pocono, abbreviated as it may have been. Jeff Gordon and the 24 car caught a break. With his brakes failing, the skies opened, and the race was called short after just 106 laps, earning Gordon his fourth victory of the year, which kind of gets Gordon off the schneid. After winning the third time in 4 races at Darlington, Gordon went into a small slump, well, by Jeff Gordon standards anyways. His win streak ended at the All-Star Challenge at Lowe's, which was his first time out of the top 10 in 2 months. Then a crash the next week in Charlotte forced Gordon out of the race and his worst finish of the season. The 3 race provided 3 of Gordon's worst 5 finishes of the season, and who could tell what would have happened had the race not been called. So Jeff Gordon increases his lead once again over the field as his teammate Jimmy Johnson drops down to 4th in the standings after tire problems forced him out of the race in Pocono. 2005 Cup champ Tony Stewart jumps up to 6th after a 5th place finish, and there's Kyle Busch of Hendrick Motorsports. He finished 8th at Pocono. He's 10th overall. And we bring in our own NASCAR expert, Pete Pistone, to the show. And Pete, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is on his way to Hendrick Motorsports. What does this mean for Kyle Busch?
Well, you know, Amber, Tony Soprano didn't get whacked this week, but unfortunately, Kyle Busch did. I mean, basically, Kyle Busch has been fired by Hendrick Motorsports. Rick Hendrick said in the press conference today that he and Kyle Busch were negotiating a contract extension, but I don't think Rick has been too happy with the way Kyle's career has gone in terms of the on-track escapades and some of the off-track controversies. And quite frankly, I believe when an opportunity to add Dale Earnhardt Jr. came, Rick Hendrick decided that maybe Kyle Busch was a little bit of a liability and cut him loose. So it remains to be seen where he'll wind up. But right now it'll be Junior replacing basically Kyle Busch at Hendrick Motorsports.
All right, enough about Kyle Busch. Hendrick's team next year will include Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Is there enough room on the marquee for all 3 of these drivers? What are the prospects for Hendrick Motorsports and Junior in 2008?
Well, I think they're all going to coexist. I think some of the Earnhardt Gordon fans, in terms of the feud between the families, are going to have to kind of get over it. But, you know, teammates are great to have, and he obviously is going to have some great ones with Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon. But once they're on the racetrack, I think things are different. And you know what? Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson are teammates, but you remember at Martinsville back in April, they hit each other about 15 times in the final lap trying to get to the checkered flag. I think the prospects are going to be fantastic. I think this is Junior's chance now. He is with the powerhouse team, and he said his criteria when he left DEI was to find a place that would let him win races and championships, and he could not find a better home than Hendrick Motorsports.
Okay, and back to the short term. The Cup travels to Michigan this week. What do you got, Pete?
Well, Michigan's one of those 2-mile fast racetracks, Amber. We're going to see 3 and 4 wide racing. And, you know, the Hendrick group, particularly Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon, haven't done particularly well at Michigan. So this might be a weekend where we see somebody else get the victory lane. Matt Kenseth and the Roush Fenway group, they always do well at Michigan. I look for that 17 car to run up front. And Ryan Newman, who has won at Michigan before and has finished second in the last 2 weeks. That Penske team seems to be coming around. Maybe the Dodge Penske Brigade can break that Hendrick juggernaut and roll into victory lane come Sunday up in the Irish Hills of Michigan.
All right, thanks as always, Pete. And that'll do it for the BF Goodrich NASCAR Report. I'm Amber Wilson. Keep your mouse clicking right here on CBSSportsLine.com for everything you need to know in the world of sports. If you missed anything, stop refreshing and rewatch. Have a good one.